Are we live? So we're going live.
Oh,
We're live. We're live. All right. What's up,
Where are
guys?
we?
How is the chat doing? We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. It's the Moose Pit, Season 8, Episode 2. We're here. The very, very first season of us doing these. Oh, I have a new panel with me today. We have 3 other guys. It's me, Yello Snowmen, along with Punju. He's here. You guys didn't expect him, did you? Mock Mage, NA tier commentator, and my former color commentator, but maybe in the future seasons we will reunite. Sako like Taco. How are you all? How are you guys doing?
Great, man. Super good. How are you?
I'm doing immense. I'm doing absolutely immense. It is a Wednesday night, absolute midweek. Couldn't get any more mid than this, and we're gonna be mid tonight. but yeah,
there are many things more mid than this. For example, the Alpine F1 team.
oh, that's a perfect analogy.
That's the middest thing that could
Is that like your biggest vendetta? I've heard you talk about Alpine so many times.
I have a few problems with Alpine. Yes, I don't understand how a team that's a full constructor, and just in the past few years have just been a perpetual state of mid for so long. No upper trajectory. They don't even go down. They just stay mid.
Consistently mediocre, right?
Right. Exactly.
Kind of like irons in a no assist race. Definitely not slandering my own teammate. All right. Anyways, we're here. Episode 2. So for those that are new, basically we're going to be recapping the last 2 weeks of MRL. Weeks 3 and 4, we had Hungary and Spa. 2 very different tracks. One super high downforce, one super low downforce. But both very entertaining nonetheless. So we're going to get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a bunch of clips that you guys have sent in. We have 18 in total. So we got quite a lot to churn through. And then after that, we'll go into our regular schedule programming after that, which I will explain at that point. So here we go. So we're starting off with Tier 5, because we didn't get any Tier 6 clips, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, not a ton of Tier 6 clips. I heard it was really back and forth with the carnage, but I didn't see any crazy clips from what people sent me in. So we'll start with Tier 5. So I'll give like a little tidbit of what you're going to be seeing before I pull it up here. So this one is going to be called Jim Double Overtake at Spa. Great teamwork. So...
Okay.
It's a lot to unpack here.
I like the titles more than anything. I think it's a great foreshadowing.
Most of the titles have horrible grammar in them. Straight to the point.
That's true. All right, so let's go. We're here. The first clip.
Let's do this guy. Okay, how good of a double overtake is this? Seems pretty far away. That's 6/10. Okay, actually, they're fighting really hard. No way does he go through the center.
He's gonna go to the center.
Oh my god.
Threading
Okay.
the needle.
Oh, well, that's what they won, though.
Oh, that was
Oh,
very
there it
plain. Yeah. Wow. That kind of reminds me of Ocon's move in Belgium just a couple of days ago. Although it was on the outside rather than the inside at that corner.
Yeah. That
So,
was pretty nasty.
This is going to be a trend you're going to be seeing a lot. Lake Combe overtakes were aplenty this last week.
I feel like that's one of like the best places to catch people out and and just like get people slipping, because if you make a mistake and you're the front driver, recovering from that is almost impossible.
I mean, another great spot is bus stop chicane for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
and
love
the
the bus
reason
stop.
I had labeled a great teamwork because you could see Lollytops, even though he's ahead of him on track, he deliberately slows down just so he can give him the run, which is honestly really cool about this, because it's a double overtake, but not a proper double overtake, because your teammate gave you one of them. But yeah, something about Jim and Lollytops, they've had a rough start to the season, but they're finally starting to get things together, which is cool to see.
Well,
Yeah.
I also think he just thought, maybe 3 wide into this corner isn't the battle I need to fight here today.
Especially with a teammate.
I choose
Yeah.
those things.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have gone for that either. To be fair, if I was in Lollipop situation beyond the teammate, I would have been like, yeah, I don't know if I feel like losing a race on lap 12. So
Yeah, that was
fair. Sick.
That was the first clip. So the next one is from I think it's also from Spa. Give me a moment to make sure I get my bearings straight here. Yeah, it's also from Spa, and this one's from D Master OG, your recruited team member Punju.
Boy.
This one, I think I labeled it him pulling a fast one at the start. We're gonna see here. Let me pull it up. So we have him starting in 3rd off the grid on medium tires. So
Oh, I remember this. This is sick. This is pretty good.
What a setup that man has.
Yeah.
Right? Not bad. A fun fact, by the way, guys, he was actually braking with his clutch because his pedals are broken. His brake pedal's broken. And so he won the race with a clutch brake. Yeah.
Wow.
With the broken clutch. Right.
Wow.
So the clutch works, but his brake doesn't work. Dang, nice start.
That
No way he's
performance
getting
was
here.
really clutch then. Amazing.
Nice, nice. Oh, perfect timing on the pass, too.
This is
Perfect
literally
patient.
yeah. That's literally Seb
That's textbook.
2018.
That is textbook, man. Well done.
Yeah.
To do that with no ERS as well. Sorry, no DRS, excuse me.
Yeah, no DRS.
On lap
a good save at
one.
the end of it.
Pretty
Yeah.
impressive, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, CJ obviously had the tire disadvantage for sure. He's on the hards versus the mediums. But this was, in my opinion, of all my draft picks, and I hope he's here and he knows this too, probably the best draft pick I've gotten this season. Exceptionally fast.
You took him pretty late, too.
And
which is
fearless.
pretty
I
good.
know. It's very, very lucky. Yep.
Yeah. So, and something I noticed, he
was nasty.
he was dead, like stare stone cold the whole time. Not a single facial expression. He's just so focused.
Never noticed that.
And it's funny because he's just like me when I'm racing. I don't do a single look away from like the monitor. Like I am not
The Ice Man.
looking away
Yep.
exactly because you have to have so much focus, especially when you're on a wheel.
Yeah, you're right. You do. Now, also take a look at that dude's freaking muscles. Bro was wearing a show-off shirt, big time.
He's
What?
like, if I'm gonna be on this stream, I gotta give him something to look at.
Now, imagine Kamau was to wear a tank top during a commentary stream. I think we would turn from a commentary channel to a smut channel. That's just.
That would break the internet if that happened.
MRL OnlyFans won.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think that's all for tier 5. Hold on a minute. Oh, hold on. I gotta pull up the file again. Dang it. Hold on.
That was a pretty sick clip, actually. Honestly, man, he was just hitting clips left and right. Like, he was definitely on fire. Some of those clips may have been incidents, but he was definitely hitting clips.
Yeah, so this next one I have from tier 4. We only got one clip from tier 4. It's called Testarossa fighting Parker for half a lap. So you can imagine if it's a whole half lap, it's going to be pretty impressive. This one's actually at Hungary, so it's our first clip from Hungary.
How long is the clip?
It is 48 seconds.
Okay, it's a long one.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a long one. Give me a moment. There we go. I found this
so
one
this is
really
the
cool
second
because
half
look
of
at where they're fighting.
Oh no!
No
Into
way.
the chicane?
This is like death, essentially.
Wow.
That is amazing. And this is tier 4?
Tier 4, yeah.
I have hope for the world now. This is amazing fighting in tier 4.
It's always
is
great
great.
in the lower tiers before they get inflated and he goes and go up to tier 1, right? It's the
That's
best.
fair. Sock, are you having more fun in tier 3 now than tier 2?
If I speak, I am in trouble.
Holy crap, they're still side by side.
They're still side by
Yeah,
side. The whole
they're
lap,
keeping
the
it
whole second half of the
close.
lap, they're side by side into the final corner, and then he finally gets ahead of him. Like,
Wow. What a way to make an overtake, though. Good on Testarossa, but that's impressive.
Yeah.
He says, Mom, I made it in the chat. Hi, Testarossa, you made it.
he absolutely
was-
did.
That was nasty. That was pretty freaking impressive.
Yeah.
We have a lot to learn from Rosa.
Definitely. a mod
Rosa's
to
been
camera
pretty
moment.
good. Like, he's been one of the unheralded drivers of tier 4. He hasn't gotten a lot of recognition, but that was well worthy of getting some love on the recap stream. That's for sure.
Yeah. Where's he at in the standings right now?
We're going to go into that later, but I will take a quick little peek for you since you asked. He is currently sitting, let me see, entering into week 4, the one that just happened. He was sitting in 8th.
Yeah.
And then I haven't seen the official results because he had that whole issue with the half points thing in tier 4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once I see that, we'll get a better picture. But 8th is not bad.
Oh, not bad.
And it's very tight in the midfield, so I think that if he had a good result, it could have went up to like 6th or maybe even 5th. Yeah.
Testarossa says, don't inflate my ego, lol.
Yeah, and then now we have the most action-packed tier of the last 2 weeks, I'd say, my very biased perspective, tier 3.
Let's go.
There has been so much that's happened here. I have 5 clips for us to go through from this tier alone. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. How
Lots,
many of them are Sako?
1. Just 1.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of different
Okay.
clips here. We're going to start from the one that just happened at Hungary. This was under a safety car. I'm sure Punja, you're aware of this one. You were directly involved in it. It is called. I've called it KDM texts while driving.
I know this one.
And the Twitch clip was actually from your clip, your perspective on this. So
Who's that guy?
Yeah, Twan's in the chat. He's not happy about this one.
He's crying.
But yeah, let's play the clip.
Giving him trauma.
By the way, I had given up on a podium right here. Oh my god.
Oh no!
And there's that one. The fact that I turned the camera backwards right then was the best part.
Yeah, so let me slow it down here just so you guys can see it more clearly, right? So the whole thing was just a domino effect that started from KDM. He even admitted post-race, he's like, yeah, I was looking at my phone. It's my bad. So coming up, like, what do you do here when you see this as a driver, Punju? What are you doing from your perspective?
Slamming the brakes. Look at my brake input, dude. I'm hard on it already. I was just lucky that I was far enough back. And I started steering to the inside, to the middle of the track, too, because I saw the problem on the right side. I was like, I'm just going to follow AK. Let's see if I might live.
And then if we play it through, AK's like, just please don't kill me. He's like, I'm on the inside.
Yeah, he's dead stop.
He's like,
well, he saw it. He must have seen it so much earlier because he was sitting there watching KDM just speed down. He was like, oh, this is going to be bad.
Yeah. Look at
but
that facial expression. Just the look of pain in your face. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then we'll play it further. Yeah, KDM took himself. No, and then Twan slams into the back of him. So that
I see him. Oh,
yeah.
His wheel didn't come off.
Right?
Honestly, I don't know how Twan survived this. Usually, like, I want to say at least 8 out of 10 times, slamming into the back at a speed like that. He wasn't even braking at that point. By the time he saw it, it was too late. Like, there was
yeah,
nothing
it wasn't
he could
even like
have
it was
done.
just a light clip on the wing. It was like his full front right wheel hit the car.
Absolutely insane.
There's the facial expression.
There's the facial expression. There's an emote right there. I think you already have a similar one though. You have one of
May or may
rage.
not have saved that for a thumbnail for a rainy day because that's a pretty good face right there.
Radio. So.
That was a good moment. Right there, I was even saying, I literally said, I think maybe 45 seconds before that happened, I said, yeah, there's no shot that I get my podium unless somehow something happens to the top 2 guys because there's no way that would happen. Just messing around. It's amazing, dude. So.
Yep. Actually, we have back-to-back clips from you here.
Oh boy.
So this one you called Part Deceased for me, but I have a funnier name. I have it. Okay, Kimmy, that's 4 less. So basically, some context here. A big crash happens in front of you. You happen to be completely unscathed, so that's double luck from the last race.
I know.
But we'll play it here just so you guys can see it. I have it set to half speed.
All the luck is coming back to me from a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
Because he's the main commentator, has a plot armor going for him.
Yeah, exactly. This is too good. This was a nice moment for me.
1,
I was happy here.
2,
right there.
3, 4.
Oh! The Red Sea just parted for you.
Pain.
Like, let's look at
Moses
this.
just straight up.
I am Moses. That's the Jewish blood making me a reincarnation of Moses, guys. That's what it is.
Coming into his turn, he's in 10th. And then just look where he ends up by the time he exits.
Yep. I know. It's amazing. It's sad that my teammate was part of the thing that got caught up in it, but he took him for the team.
10th
And
to
Socko, you were part of it too. Oh no.
People had no patience, man.
Oh, man.
To be fair, you were driving with a quarter of a car, so the fact you were even there is impressive to say the least.
That is the luckiest driver ever. Thank you, Toby. You're correct.
I had yellow body damage, and it didn't show up until the rain. I don't know why. Like, it felt fine when it was driving. When the rain hit, I had to brake like 20 meters extra. Because of that, everyone's trying to get past me.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I've shown Twan be in pain, let's just show Twan be happy for once. So this one, So
I like this.
Tuan's been like the one good feel good story it has to start the season. Like I think he has something stupid like 80% of our points as a team, which is ridiculous. So we're gonna show this one. This one I have it titled as I believe. Oops, hold on. I have it titled as Tuan gets the penultimate lap overtake for the win. Simple. You know what's coming. He's been an absolute force in Tier 3 this season. I'm going to shut up because I'm talking on this one, so I will try not to hear myself twice.
Okay.
Let's
hear this.
Goosebumps watching this. Oh,
I'm
I'm getting goosebumps watching this. Oh,
Okay, so
Jenkins has
Dive Bomb in a
DRS
turn
on
one,
Echo.
suspecting.
He might get him.
Charlie,
He might get him in the
big
turn
one.
one.
Charlie.
Yeah,
On the
I
outside.
was like
He's gonna
a
get his breaking
Danny
point
Rick
right
level
this time.
May I also add,
He
it's against
doesn't-
Echo,
he
who
has
was
something
taken out of
trying to
the
move.
the
Switching
thought
back
of who
both
could
of
win the
them?
championship.
No.
He was
Oh,
leading.
there's no way he's
in the
about
turn one. In the
to.
turn two, he has the
Okay.
lead. Can he keep
Whoa,
it?
nice.
Can he hold
Come
on to
on.
it? Oh my god.
Oh, no way, they're still on it.
Yeah, they were
He's got
still
it.
on it,
He's got
but
it.
I mean, oh,
Got it.
that was cutting it a little bit close.
That was a proper squeeze. That was purely proper. That was about as much as you're allowed to squeeze somebody there without
I'm
getting yourself into
goosebumps
serious trouble.
watching this. Oh.
Now I'm curious if he's gonna did he end up having to battle it for the rest of it, or once he got past he was through?
Once he got past, he was through because Kiss My Axe started to pressure Echo behind. So we got like an 8/10 gap on the next lap, and he was just gone from that point. So that was the move of the day. I was going nuts. You see Minako going crazy too on the bottom of the screen.
Yep.
But yeah, that
going
was
nuts.
just insane. Like the margins. We're gonna hear that a lot from Tier 3 in this race because there was some battles you'll be showing after this that were crazy, just like this. If you think this is nuts, there's another one coming up. So
I also want to mention though, notice how Echo's on 19 lappable mediums around a high deg track.
yeah, there were a lot of safety cars. I think there was one.
Impressive.
There was a virtual that came in the middle, and I think he just pitted under that and stayed out the rest of the way. So
Man,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
yeah, it was also a great recovery drive for Echo because he wasn't doing too great in the beginning of that race, but once the safety car came in, he did fantastic.
Yep.
So yeah. So now we've given Tuan his flowers. let's give some other drivers some love. We got two more clips from Tier 3. So this one I have titled Sako versus Gwenfro. It's very simple. I'm gonna let the clip tell the story. I can only do it so much justice. It's impressive. to say
Taco,
the
do you
least.
remember this one?
Yeah, this is the end of Hungary. This is like the last two laps right after the safety car restart. And I was like, I need to get past everyone as quick as possible because I knew I had the best tires of the top 5.
And this one's a long clip. It is a minute long. Exactly the full length that YouTube would allow me to clip. I would have done more, but I had to get the best minute in here. It was nuts. When did Mod get to 7th? What's happening?
Okay, let's see what he's got.
in like 18th at
What
one
is
point.
happening? Sako is fighting tooth and nail with
Yes,
Gwenfro right
okay,
now.
this is the third
Going
last
up to
lap.
last turn 5. Sure,
Oh,
someone's gonna back out. Who's gonna? They don't
He
back
isn't about to go around the outside and make his way past. Oh my
Oh,
god,
this is crazy. This is amazing racing.
How
did you do that?
that was crazy.
This is such tight racing.
But Sako, I can tell you're not gonna go down, without a fight.
Oh, through the
No, I need to get past them. I was like,
Now you're on him. Wow.
Wow. Arrived. They're still fighting. Oh,
You technically have the tire advantage here too because his tires are definitely degraded big time, and yours are kind of right in that optimal window. So
the margins.
Yeah, they felt
the
great. They
margins
didn't
you
feel
have to
like
do
10
to
laps
keep that
old.
clean.
yeah, his is
That's
probably
Sensational driving.
screaming, I'm
This is
sure.
the action of the day, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, all right, I'll just wait till the straight. So, but obviously Mod was.
I'm
Just
getting
awesome.
goosebumps watching this. And if you guys noticed, like that clip leads directly into the one we just saw. So if you can
Yeah.
imagine, like as a commentator, seeing all that happen in like a super short amount of time, like you lose breath, and like
Wow.
turn 4 though, like
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how you have the guts to go for it there.
that was just committed on the
Taco, did you
outside.
end up
and
getting
the
past him by the end of this lap or no?
I passed him on the straight, yeah.
Yeah, that was just no fear in that moment.
Yeah, that's why I said I would have put more, but I couldn't get that in the clip because I needed all the build up beforehand. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, that was a really good fight. Him and Gwenfro were clashing a long time. That was even like, there was like a part earlier in the race where they were fighting too. So very neat for sure. So let's go. I got one more clip from tier 3, and I think this is also from Hungary. Yeah, this is just the ending. A last second overtake. Didn't even need to be made. It's from KDM versus Kiss My Axe. Kiss My Axe, he did get a last second pass on KDM to get a very good result for himself. Also a minute long. I also included like me reacting to the ending sheets of of drivers because I did not expect this kind of a finishing sheet at the beginning of the race at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shut up again, just to hear my voice along with Minico's. So yeah, we'll just play the clip here. Fair play has held on to P5. This is impressive driving. Oh my god.
Us are getting the most points, I think, right now with P1 and P6.
My bet could come through. I put a bet for us to get
wait.
most points today.
Yeah, you're right. KDM.
KDM on the inside.
No.
On the inside.
Okay, that's pretty safe.
He's got it.
Turn 11. It's a good spot to make one.
Oh my god. What are we watching? It's
always fun to get that.
Pure cinema.
Entertainment.
Oppenheimer came out yesterday. Barbie movie came out yesterday. But we're watching the best movie of the day
He's
so
right behind
far.
him, though.
Tier 3. Jenkins across the line. Haas has their first
Kiss
win of
My
the
Axe, get him on
season.
the line.
Echo follows just behind them. Williams in third. Outside Socko in fourth. The return of Socko in fourth. Mod in fifth. Haas
Wait, did
has
the Kiss
done
My Axe
it.
get him on the line
Haas has won.
on track or no? Was it just that?
Kiss My Axe got him on track, but like he had a 3-second penalty that held him back. Yeah, the reason I include this clip, I don't know if you guys can hear the audio, but I know the chat can. It was just me going absolutely mental, reacting to the results. Like I lost my breath. Like you'll see me at the end of this. This is impressive. Oh my god. Out of nowhere.
I think Miko's also
I can't-
basically done as
Pure
well.
cinema, guys. Pure cinema. Oh, I need to breathe. What a race.
Oh my.
I know where
Your
Socko
arm
and Taco.
expressions are the
Fair
best,
play.
by
Hold
the
on to
way.
P5. Like I'm just trying to act like a fan. Like it's crazy just giving these raw
Well,
reactions.
Us are getting the most points,
Yeah.
I think, right now with P1 and
It
My
makes
bet
sense.
could come through. I put a bet for Haas to get most points today.
Dang, that's
KDM
wild.
on the inside of Kiss
What a
My
spot.
Axe. And it wasn't even a move that he had to
He's
make.
got it.
That's the craziest part. Like it's just racing. Really, it's.
What
are we watching?
He just wanted it.
Pure
Which
cinema.
fair.
Oppenheimer came out yesterday.
Yeah, I think
Barbie
that's totally
movie
fair.
came out yesterday. But we're watching the best
Grab it
movie
if
of the
you can.
day so far. Tier 3.
Yeah, did it help you,
Jenkins
Socko?
across the line.
Yeah, 'cause I
Haas
was
has
like,
their
I
first
wanted
win of the
to
season.
do
Echo
that
follows just
3-second
behind them.
Oh, yeah.
Williams
You're
is
right.
in third. Alpine Socko in fourth. The return of Socko in fourth.
Nice.
Mod in
That's good. That's
fifth.
a good ending.
Haas
I'm sad I
has
missed that
done
one.
it. Haas has won.
That's a good ending.
So yeah, like you got me going mental. I gave like this crazy, like random line I thought of in the moment. Like I literally said, Oppenheimer came out yesterday, but we're watching the best movie of the weekend today. Like, like I don't know
good.
how I pulled that out of my butt, but I did. Like, I just thought of that in the moment, which I thought was
Best goal
a
of your
nice
life?
touch. One of the best, I'd say. I had like, if you guys watched me in Tier 4 a few seasons ago, I had like an accidental rapping. that was fun.
Yeah.
That was a funny one. But yeah, that's all at Tier 3s. So very action-packed Tier 3 for sure. So now we're on the Tier 2. I have 4 different clips for us to look at for Tier 2.
Whoa.
Yeah. Tier 2 has been marred by a lot of bad connection issues with EA's whole thing. But I got some gold here. A lot of them were submitted by bugs. To be honest.
Makes sense. Man's
Yeah.
is a big clipper.
Yeah, this one I called, Bugs and Speedy get tangled up on the back straight at Spa. Straightforward. I think the stewards are actually looking at this one this week. I haven't taken a look at it, but it was submitted.
Oh, nice. We love that. Speedy's behind him. Whoa, Speedy's being aggressive. Oh no, that's it.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing with Spa and low downforce, right? Like you just the smallest
all
bit
over
of
the lip.
contact, like that wasn't even that big of a contact, and he just gets sent off the track, and he's just completely gone, like
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah, you just got to lift there, man. Jeez. Oh no, that's rough.
Looks like you're headed to the Shadow Realm.
And this is what we're talking about with like the connection issues, because you don't know if this is desync, you don't know if it's just things like that, things of that nature. But yeah, I just wanted to
I mean,
like gloss over that one.
To me, it kind of just looks like an Iron Boogs problem because I think it's just kind of a skill issue for him to not be able to catch that. but that's just me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
As his NA teammate, I agree.
Yeah, it just definitely looks like a skill issue to me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So yeah, this one, I think the next one's even cooler. Like I wanted to get like the most boring ones for tier out of the way. This one is also from Bugs, but I call this one Bugs has a wild ride at the start of the Hungary race.
Okay.
He also said this one. So let me pull it up.
Did he send in about a quarter to half the clips?
He sent in half of the tier 2's clips that I have here. Actually, wait, before I start. So he's starting on 8th. At 8th, I need to give us context. In 8th on
And
hard
hards.
tires. So he's already going to be on the back foot straight away.
Okay.
But we'll
Why
watch it
would you
here.
Start on the hard tires in PA.
It can work.
I
See if it
mean,
does.
Not in
but-
the hands
but
of Bugs, though. And I'm just kidding.
I think we're gonna go on hard tires. You need to either be at the front of the grid and be able to kind of just use that front grid spot as a buffer, or if you're towards the back, you might as well do that and hope for a late safety car to help boost
Run
you
long.
forward.
Yeah. I
Yep.
think you're right. Well, let's see how he handles it. I'm curious. Probably not well. That's my guess.
Look at this howler of a start.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Oh my gosh. What? Oh no. 8th to 13th. Oh no. Does he go down to 14th?
He goes further.
Oh no! Oh
But you just wait.
Oh.
yeah, he is just getting
We
mugged.
just wait, huh?
You just wait.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one.
He is getting
Oh,
mugged
no.
harder than a tourist in a New York alleyway. This is ridiculous.
Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh. But then he's back basically to where he started.
Yeah. So I'll mute it here. So if you notice, he goes from 8th and then all the way down.
What a roller coaster.
All the way
emotion.
down into P17. So he drops
Almost 10 positions.
He drops 9 spots in less than 2 corners.
Wow. Wait, and so who is it that gets taken out on the start? That's what I'm curious. Like, who gets taken out right here?
Yeah, we can
That's
slow it
what I'm
down.
curious of.
I actually haven't looked at who got taken. I just thought it was a cool clip.
I think it's going to be at turn 3 where it really
It's
goes
turn 3, but I just don't remember
Yeah.
who it was. It's someone on the left side who like is entirely missing an entire front
I think
end.
it's a Ferrari,
It's not Ferrari. It's
the Alpine, and the car next to him, I think, spins
Oh,
out the
there's
Alfa
me.
Romeo.
Speedy.
And then there's Sacco.
Yeah, the Alfa
Yep.
Romeo spins on the curb, and that's what starts it.
Yeah, it was Technic Speedy who died entirely. That's what it was.
And that's part of the risk you run going side by side at that turn, especially at the start of
That's
a race. If you just go one little bit of understeer or one unexpected oversteer, you're either hitting someone or spinning out. So
You can already see the car starting right there. There's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. How many drivers think got caught up in that one? 7 or 8?
well, he got back to 12th, so I'm willing to say at least 5. So that was
Enough to put
You're
him
right,
in
at
the
least 5. That's crazy.
So yeah,
That's
there's that
wild.
clip. I found that one to be one of the more wild clips that were sent
Yeah,
in
that's-
from any tier.
That's a
like,
roller coaster.
That was nuts. And then here we go. The next one. This one's also crazy. I have this one called as a 4-wide crash into Lake Home.
Oh god.
Wait, why would you go 4?
Why wouldn't you? What?
Let me
We're
pull
in
up.
tier 2.
We
We're
have
the best drivers ever.
we have 2 different angles to look at. We have a commentary angle, which doesn't show the crash as well, but it has Andy's amazing reactions that he always has.
Yeah, for some reason I noticed in the new game with the cameras, it doesn't show that corner very well at all, and it sucks.
Lake Home? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Andy and Jim reacting to this one, so I'm just gonna let this play out in its entirety first.
Yeah, let's see what
One
happens.
second. Let's go. Here we
I'm
go.
curious.
Speedy picks up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Catcher makes a move on irons.
Okay.
Oh my god, there are 3 wide.
Oh my word!
I can't
Oh my god.
Oh!
in any way, shape,
And
or
you guys
They were
only saw
actually-
the back end of it. Like
Yeah, so they were actually 4 wide into that corner? That's silly.
Nuance has to wait.
they were
What do they
damn
think
near
you
4
tell?
wide. I'll have an alternate angle. I will
Big
show.
Mano goes by.
And it's all this guy's fault too, the one who's
Yeah.
falling off the screen.
Struggling. I don't know whether that,
Every time, it's his fault, man.
whether he was caught
Every
up
time.
in that as well, but there was
I gotta give somebody the blame, right?
there was a
Big
Yeah,
Mama, Big Mama
exactly.
Frank has been a wild card this season. Like he has had,
Beamer, Land Sharky, irons, and
Yeah, he's been a little wild, I agree.
He's-
other car
He's been quick at times, but he's been a bit of incident prone, as you saw
Yeah.
there. But let me get the alternate angle up real quick. This
As
one
is often
was
the case.
recorded by Jim, so he was watching this and
Okay.
reacting on the commentary. He sent this one in. Let me see.
Okay, let's see what he's got.
It's pulling up. Be patient. It's one of these. Yep.
1 second, we were checking.
We are checking. Yep. We are checking. We'll get back to you. Here we go. All right. So this is the alternate clip that shows a lot more than you saw in the commentary.
Okay, so we've got irons. Wait, hold on. There's only 2 right there.
You'll see. It'll pan out.
Oh, it's a little bit further back, isn't it?
Oh my Lanta.
That's a recipe for disaster right there.
A lot of action right there. And again, still looks like Iron's fault to me from a quick glance. No, actually, I have no idea
If
whose
you
fault
slow
is.
it down, it's definitely
Oh,
the
yeah.
Ferrari on the inside.
Yeah, Ferrari
Yeah.
got way too optimistic.
Way
in that
too
corner.
It was team orders.
Oh.
Crash gate 2.0.
And then Iron's just being totally
He just got
dragged
absolutely
along.
dumped. No. Like, he didn't have a chance, the poor kid. Just completely
Oh no.
dumped out.
When
on it.
Irons doesn't ruin his race, someone else does it for him.
That's true.
Carnage finds him.
And he was
Moses
leading. He
finds
was
the
in the
Carnage.
front of that entire pack.
He was in
wasn't
sixth on old mediums, nonetheless. In sixth.
Well,
Yeah.
he's at the beginning of that corner. He was in the lead of all of it, and then he lost it to Ketchin, and then everybody else just got crazy.
Yeah. And Ketchin got away unscathed. He did a good job.
Yep. Ketchin didn't catch one.
And then is that all I have for tier 2? That's all I have for tier 2. So
Okay,
now
but
we're
now
going
that's-
into tier
I'm
1.
curious how many tier 1
I have
things we have.
4
Oh, gosh.
clips from tier 1. I could have put a lot more, but or the show would be like 3 hours long. So
Okay, this makes that sense.
I put 4 tier 1 clips. So this one I call Yellow Barely Avoids Disaster. This
this
one,
yellow guy?
yeah, who is this yellow guy? I have no clue. He's been so irrelevant this season.
Ew.
Wow, hold on. That's
Just
not
give him
nice.
an ew. Oh my god,
That's not nice.
Rude. Wow.
Gross.
Kidding.
We can roast this guy, but don't be mean. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I titled it as I almost
Kidding,
died.
kidding.
I'll just let the clip play in its entirety. It's just me avoiding an accident. I needed a filler clip, and this was one of them.
Now, Pat asks how many NA clips. I'm curious.
Before, yeah, let me look at that. Actually, I think I have quite a few. Let me see. NA clips, I have 2 really good ones. I got
Okay.
2 really good clips from NA. And those are like the best of the night, probably, if I had to say.
Okay.
But yeah, let's watch
see
this
this
one though.
This yellow kid, whoever he is.
Let me slow it down. I had it in 0.5 speed. And every time, I always accidentally leave it in 0.5 speed.
Amateur streamer.
Oh,
I know that life. Oh.
Oh, he got bumped from behind. Oh,
Oh, good dodge.
his
I
leg
remember
just
watching
flashed
that.
before his eyes.
Poor Nathan.
I remember watching that. That was great. Holy crap, dude! What a dodge. So luck does happen to you sometimes.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I
that
had
was
to
some
make my
Ultra
own luck
Instinct
there.
level
That
moment
was
right
just
there.
like if you listen to this back, I'll play it at full volume. I literally just go, "Oh, goose." That's all I have time to react.
I mean, like when I watched his POV, there was nothing he could do either. It wasn't even like he spun it. He
Yeah.
just, I think he got caught up in something.
Yeah, I'll play it in its full volume. Oh, goose. Oh god, I had to dodge it. I barely touched it.
Man, that scares me to watch that one. That's inches. That is little inches.
Inches.
It's like
yeah.
that scene in Cars where Lightning McQueen has to dodge through like all of the cars, but in this
Yeah.
case it's only one.
Like,
Sokka,
I
were you
felt-
race engineering this one?
Yeah.
And what was going through your head?
It's just, I'm like, bro, Nathan got shredded.
Yeah, he got so unlucky because while you dodged it, Snowman, Nathan did not, and
Yeah, I
took him
felt
straight to one trip
so
to
I
the
felt
wall.
so accomplished from this. I literally went from 16th to 15th, and that was it. I thought I had gained a lot more positions because you look at the car and
I
you're
will-
like, "Dang, I see a guy spinning, a guy going off."
Yeah,
No,
I
just
will say
one
it's
spot.
impressive how you also held it after that contact at the very entry of the corner too. That was impressive.
Yeah, I think I did get bumped in the back from behind. I don't
Yep.
know who it was,
I
but
think it was from Sebi.
yeah, I did also break a little early, so just lap one stuff. Just trying to,
Yeah.
trying to be patient. Yeah. So that's that.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that's crazy. Seeing how wide Speedy Goose is, there's no way you can expect him to spin right into the track.
Yeah, that's the warm-up tier 1 clip. We got some pretty good ones. I have a POV from Andy I can show as well for this. Might as well. Doesn't hurt.
Andy, the backmarker POV.
Yeah, him and myself have had a lot of fun this season, just clashing at the back. We suck a lot. So he was like further back. He kind of sees this, like,
Oh wow.
and there's a good
I was
there's
saying-
a good view of the carnage. I'll just leave it paused there. What's exactly
Oh
going on there?
my gosh.
Like, if you're Andy, what the heck is going through your mind right now at this moment? You have 3 cars off to the right. You don't know how many of those are dead, how many of those are moving.
I mean, what's going through my head is, I'm about to make up some positions.
Yeah,
This is
three
great.
positions. Let's go.
3 positions, then you have. You're not sure where the hell I'm going. I just finished
It's straight
dodging
enough.
it.
It's
Yeah.
probably going straight.
Yeah, he almost got
That's
past me. He
crazy.
would have gotten past me if the VSC didn't come out on time. Because I was like limping out of that corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the perspective of that one. So just another alternate angle for you guys to get the full picture of that. That was a wild one. So now we'll go into this one. Submitted. I got 2 clips from Minico. We're gonna give Minico some love because he has had quite the bounce back season after the last season.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he is leading the Tier 1 championship. Don't quote me on that.
Still.
I think he still
Somehow
is.
Still. Yep.
He did very well. This one I have labeled as a double overtake from Minico at Hungary. So if you can imagine
Okay.
a double at a track like that, it's gonna take a lot of skill.
How do we manage this? Oh, I remember this one. I was freaking out. It was the most insane send
What
of all
a
time.
send!
Yeah, it was nuts. I will
Yeah,
say
that is
big
crazy.
credit to the drivers behind him too for giving him the space for it. Like they didn't turn in or anything like that. Like they saw him going for it. They're like, "Yep, all right, we lost this one."
Yeah, that is absolutely like a textbook Daniel Ricciardo dive right
That was
there.
mega. That
Like,
was mega.
Look at how
And I
far
will say also,
he sends that in. Like, he breaks so late and doesn't lock up at all.
yeah. Now take a look where Magical Forehead and Sebi are. They dropped multiple positions because of that one as well. Look at that. They're
Yeah.
gone. They're
Well,
like
I
7.
mean, it fits. Magical Forehead is an MP4.
Yeah.
And that's one where if I'm like one of the lead cars, I am getting absolutely livid. I'm throwing stuff on. Sure, I'm like, how is he doing this without
Now
making a
I will say
mistake?
also, Forehead and Sebi both were on like 10 lap plus old tires, and Minico was on brand new tires.
Still,
brand
though,
new
the
socks.
commitment it takes to
It's
even
nuts.
try that. And that late of the race, I'll move my camera all the way. This is lap 32 out of 35, and he's trying that.
Yep. Let's safety car restart.
Wild.
Yeah.
And then I also
go for it,
have another double overtake that he submitted. Another one. He's
Oh,
got
wow.
2 this week. This one I think is from Spa.
Minico said in
yeah.
the chat, "I never lock up," and then Stig said, "You never brake hard enough to lock up."
Or he uses ABS. I don't think he does, though.
I think it's that one.
This one he titled "This Feels Familiar." I'm just calling it
Oh.
a double overtake, which I think he might be alluding to a certain Ferrari in 2018 in real life.
Okay. Okay.
Got a really good run.
Oh, on Dougie as well. That's gotta feel good. Oh, he's going the grass.
That's an Albon move right there.
Brave. Into the grass. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely more of a 2019.
Yep. And
I
then
think
right
it
there
was-
is where that's where Sebi had a puncture going up Eau Rouge, and
Yeah.
he was done for.
Sebi had one of those classics, I'm going to pit early and just take hards all the way to the end, but it punctured right at the end and it just gave out on
I
him.
told him it wasn't gonna go, and it was actually he said the least worn tire too. Fun fact.
Yeah, he likes to do that. He likes to do that a lot. That's like his thing.
It is.
Sometimes it
Oh,
works,
Nico was
sometimes it
referencing
doesn't.
Schumacher and Hakkinen. I mean, yeah, but I think in the context of the situation, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, I was thinking more of the Vettel 2018 story.
I was
Yeah.
thinking Albon 2019.
On the grass, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm referencing
So
L1.
brave.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what you have to do to get past Checo. And
I mean, when you're you know, at this part of the race and you're dead straight, I think the grass is relatively safe.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, but
It's
still,
not too bad.
Even
Still,
then, it's still a
brave.
bit of a risk.
Yeah, you do pick up
Yeah,
some
same.
graining too when you do it in the grass. It's not like
Yep.
it takes a little bit of time for it to like completely get the full grip after that.
Yep. Unlike iRacing where it literally just cools your tires.
If I had played iRacing, I'd know what that feels like. But
Yeah, it was a big problem actually at Spa, ironically enough, last year.
yeah, so that's all the tier 1 clips we have. Those it was the Minico show last 2 weeks, and fair
The
enough.
mini show.
Fair enough. So now we're going to my favorite tier, my baby tier, no assists. I have 2 different clips here. This one, I think they're both from Hungary, and Mock,
Wait,
you
they're
know
both
what?
from Hungary?
You know, sorry, not Hungary. Sorry, Spa. I said the wrong track.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
You know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know what's coming, Pat. Mock. I saw Pat.
Well,
in the
Pat
comments.
has in
I
the
didn't
chat,
answer.
and he's waiting for this too.
Pat is also going to see it. Exactly. He is ready. So this one I have labeled as Andy does a crazy switcheroo out of Lake Home. And if you saw this live, you were absolutely losing it for sure if you saw it live. And for those that didn't, you're going to see it now, and that's going to be a fun one to watch.
He backed out of that.
Oh, that would have been close.
Oh yeah.
But,
That
Giants,
was a bit death.
I like your curse
yeah,
count in the
Andy's
bottom.
gonna get a good run
Yeah.
here actually on the both of them. You can see
I had
he's
to
gonna
increase
get
it to
double
3
toe
after the
here.
race.
He's gonna use it very well. Is he gonna go on the inside or outside here?
Look out for
Whoa,
Andy.
whoa. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, Andy's looking here. But Gibbs stays ahead. Giants fans looking for a chance. Andy's looking for a
Oh my
chance
gosh,
as
how's he
well.
gonna find this?
They both go wide. Andy goes on the inside.
No.
They're going 3 wide into the corner.
Pure
way.
filth.
He has it on Giants fan. It looks
But
like.
wait, it gets even
Does he have
better.
it on
Gibbs
Gibbs
has
as
the
well?
line.
Gibbs
Does
has
he
a
have a good run
line,
of
but
this one,
Andy
too?
pulls off a brilliant move to take
Gosh, is it one
second
down?
place. Giants fan is looking to fight it back
go.
here,
One-
but
no,
I
he
think
doesn't try
Andy's
this.
got
No,
just enough speed to keep himself ahead.
Yeah,
of
he
his
does it, but
Brilliant
I mean,
overtake.
he
Now
almost
Andy's
did.
He backed
I was
out.
saying,
of
to
that.
move on, that'd be ridiculousness.
Like, that was pure filth. Like, I'm going to go back here, and you're going to just look. This is the kind of racing that only no assists can get you in most situations. Unless you're at the super top level things where everyone knows how to keep it really clean. Like,
Is looking for a chance.
in
Andy's
other
looking for a
tiers,
chance as
you're
well.
not seeing this. You're not seeing a switchback try when there's 2 guys right there.
They both
That's
go
true.
wide.
I
Andy
mean,
goes
he
on
had
the
the
And look at
inside.
opportunity.
this.
He saw what was coming, called it, and
That's-
just went for it.
That still image down the hill, you have basically 3 cars side by side going down the hill into one of
yeah.
the toughest corners to gauge your braking zones. Because it's just
That's
downhill
true.
off camber. Wild.
They're going 3
That's
wide
wild,
into the
man.
corner.
That's insane.
Does Andy have
He's
the
the storm that
move?
is
He has it
approaching.
on Giants fan. It looks
You can see
like.
Pat lose it.
And we run sim damage here. Sim damage.
You're right.
And they're doing
is.
this.
Does he
Yeah,
have it on
they're
Gibbs?
extra brave.
Line.
Gibbs has a line, but Andy
That's
pulls
crazy.
off a brilliant move to take
Yeah, that's why I was
second
running
place.
on board him. I'm
Giants
like,
fan is
he's gonna
looking
do
to fight it
something
back here,
crazy
but
in,
I think
in here,
Andy's
isn't
got
he?
just
I
enough speed
thought he was
to
gonna do
keep
something
himself
crazy.
ahead of the
I didn't
Mercedes.
expect it to be that crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In tier 1, Andy is an NPC at best, but in no assist tier, he is the main character. He is all over the place. He has had
Well, we
so
had
much
a new
fun in
main
this tier.
character in this one, and I think the next clip is going to show.
Yeah, it will be the next clip for sure.
Okay,
Oh.
brilliant.
For those that don't know, get ready.
This is mind blowing.
I just have this one called Hokage, or Hokage as I love to call them, activates God mode. That's it.
Bouquet.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna call it as.
Okay.
I lose my mind in this moment. I absolutely lose it. Enzo was a little bit more
DNF.
lean.
Craziness. Hold on. There we go. So, a little bit of context here. It's lap 8, and he's on hard tires doing all this. Before we watch this,
Okay. Okay.
Enzo has a little bit
The
more
DNF of-
leeway.
He's on the
Action.
most.
It's off of a
alternate
safety
all
car
the
restart as
He's
well.
got the hard tires in comparison to the 2 in front of him, but I mean, we'll see. Gary nearly loses the car immediately
going.
as Gibbs makes a clean getaway.
Just taking care of it.
Benzo is already getting harassed from
See back and
behind
forth.
by both Hokage and Giants fan. Giants fan looking to
Go
make
for
a
it.
move in
Oh,
the
wow.
Ferrari immediately into turn
Giants fan
one
wants to give it
with
to
the pressure tires. Giants fan takes advantage. He
Okay,
gains one
okay.
position and he's looking for another on the Red Bull here.
Well,
Hokage's
Hokage
still trying to
is
get alongside,
Ferrari.
but he
This
has
is
to
right
slot in as we
yeah,
go
this is
up
where
through
this is where it
Rouge
gets
and
insane.
Ready on. Oh my god, Benzo nearly lost the car there.
Full
As
commitment
now Giants
there.
fan is looking to try and get alongside. He doesn't even have the wheel
What's he
connected.
thinking?
Look at Hokage!
So rapid.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, he really does slot that right in the middle.
What?
Oh my gosh.
We lost Benzo.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
No damage.
What?
No, no damage.
Oh, Benzo
0 damage. He did that clean. On simulation damage off of a safety car restart with minimal ERS usage and 0 DRS. With hard tires.
That's unreal, dude. That's unreal. That is
Yeah.
so good.
Hokage in that race was genuinely mind blowing. It's unfortunate that Chili spun and he crashed into him because of it. But I mean, like, Hokage really, I think, could have gotten the win. During
He
that
was
race.
running
It
for a
really
win.
fun.
It was right there for the taking. He had 1 or 2 more laps to go at the time of that crash with Chili. And
Wow.
Yeah, and he only had to pass one car
He was
because
gone,
the
like-
2 in front have penalties.
he was so good that race. Like driver of the day without any points. Like it's just the saddest driver of the day you'll see, but it was just amazing.
Dang.
Yeah, I was genuinely mind blown.
I need to watch this
by
again. This is
both
ridiculous.
Hokage and Giants fan.
Yeah.
Giants fan looking to
I saw the two of them fighting, and then I'm like, something is coming, isn't it? And I switched the camera to view the right side, just in time to see the Ferrari.
And that's only a little bit of all the work that Hokage did. It's just his best move of the day. Like he was all over the place. It was crazy. And it's weird
Yeah.
because he was basically a non-factor the last few races.
Yeah.
Right? And then suddenly he just comes alive. I mean, I hope this continues in the next
He
few
found his
races.
track.
Found his track. Everybody has that one track, and he said it himself that he loves Belgium.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So-
Lost Benzo.
Yeah.
That was absolutely
That's insane.
ridiculous.
And his
That's
teammate
nuts.
Nathan, who was out, is absolutely loving that he was at least showing signs
I'm
of life.
sure.
Because he's going to need every bit of help he can get to win a Constructors' Championship
Yeah.
again. Because the Giants fan
Yeah.
has won back-to-back races. So he is right on his
Giants
heel.
fan's been kind of king of NA this season, which is kind of a little weird.
Yeah, he's been waking up.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all the clips that we have, I think. Yeah, that is. So now we're gonna get into our next segment, or the last segment. This is the longest segment of the night, that's why. It is our standings review and cross-offs, as I like to call it. So for those that are new, we're basically gonna be going through the standings for all the tiers, give our basic reactions of what we're seeing from the standings, and the race results from race 4. So we have the standings from after week 3, but we don't have like complete standings after race 4 because of like stewardship decisions and all that. So once that comes in, we'll have a better picture there. But for tonight, we're gonna have the after race 3 standings and the race results from 4 to give our analysis and what we're seeing. So without further ado, we'll go into the picture here. Let me share my monitor. One moment. 1 second. There we go. So look at this. So high tech. We're on a PowerPoint again, just like last week. Season 8 standings and cross-offs. So here we go. So tier 6, for the most part, it's been more of the same. We have Jay Lowry still at the top. Yeah, but after this week, he got another P5, so yeah, he's still hanging on to the lead. Albeit there have been signs of life from other drivers around him. The Ferraris have looked really good from the constructor standpoint. But I do still think that Lowry is the firm favorite going into next week. But I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? You guys agree with that sentiment? That Lowry is the favorite?
Socko, I'll let you go first.
Um,
I have thoughts.
Yeah, because Lowry is his teammate. He is on the same team as him, so.
I think that it's pretty tight. Long-term wise, it looks like it's going to be a tight race for the championship, unless Lowry puts down back-to-back wins. But I mean, look at the positions 2 to 5. They're separated by not many points, or 2 to 7 even. So
Yeah, and that's even with these new results that are coming in later too. Because even with those results on the right, it's still looking really tight. You got the usual suspects getting points. So good note to make. So now
Mage?
Mage. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I would say that Hokage, despite being so low, I don't think should be crossed off just yet. If
hey,
the
Bugoda.
NA race shouldn't.
Hold on, sorry to interrupt you, but Bugoda's here. I haven't seen him in a while. He's can't wait to get back to racing.
Hey, Goat.
We love you, man.
Hi, Goat.
Yeah, you were saying, Mark. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, I don't think Hokage should be crossed off just yet. If that NA race was a sign of an insane improvement, I mean, I don't know if that was maybe a one-off or if he just really stepped up his game. But if he really did, then I don't think he'd be counted out at all.
Yeah. So, Fanju, you wanted to move straight for last.
So, as a bit of a hot take, I think that Jay Lowry is going to find himself caught up in too many incidents to win a championship, and I think that the championship is going to go to somebody who is not even in the top 3 right now. I think somehow Matt is going to find his way to pull this thing back and win the thing.
Yeah, tier 6 is looking mighty tight, isn't it? I do like that take. It's not as hot as you'd think because it's only like a 15-point gap, not even that crazy. So
it's him or Andre Oli are my 2 picks for the win for the whole season.
yeah, I'm looking at him, Andre Oli, Lowry, and maybe even Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's been up there too. Just a matter of avoiding incidents with tier 6, especially because everyone's new. So
I feel so bad because we all just skipped over Dido, even though he's comfortably in 3rd place right now. But whatever.
He's doing good. I forgot about Dido. Yeah, good point. There's so many. It's so tight. Literally anyone in the top 10 has a shot. It's crazy.
Have you noticed, by the way, if you're not the winner, or if you're not leading the championship in tier 6, you've had at least one non-point scoring race for every single person.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has had a perfect points every single race.
Yeah,
single
and
one.
it just goes to show
Even
how good Pogs was
second.
when he made the tier, like, very tight. He did a good job of it. So now, without further ado, let's start crossing off our people here. I'm going to kick us off here. So for those that don't know, cross-off is when we say that someone's been so bad to this point of the season they can no longer win. So commence the roasting. I'll get us going here. I'm going to start with the Aston Martins. They've been left alone for too long. Pizza Dog, I'm sorry. You gotta go.
No!
I know. Pizza Dog, I'm sorry. He just hasn't been that guy. He hasn't been that dude. He's had, let's see, 2 DNFs, and then he just DNF'd again in the last race. So he's looking at a very big gap to catch up, and his pace has not been tremendous. But it's a developmental tier, and there's always more seasons. So
Can we bring resurrections in?
no. Once you're gone, you're gone.
Bring resurrections.
So yeah, I'll kick it over to you now, Sokka, and let you ask about resurrections. Pick one driver off this list that hasn't been picked already, and you're saying they are not good enough to win the title. Just pick one and tell me why.
I'll be honest, I have not been watching this year, but based off the standings and the race finishes. They just got 10.
Well, there's a few obvious ones that are staring at you. Just look towards the bottom of the standings. You'll probably get the best picture of who to pick.
Yeah, I mean, I could say quick time.
Yeah.
They got a DNF in their last race.
He didn't just get a DNF, but he could be getting other stuff too. But that's true. But I don't hate that pick. He's been a struggle so far to start tier 6. And then Mock, if you have to pick one yourself.
Um.
I know you may not watch this tier a lot because you're so late in the day.
I'm gonna have to say
Homer, much to Pat's chagrin. You take Pat's one of Pat's
I'm
friends.
saying Homer specifically because it's gonna make Pat upset.
And he hasn't gotten off to the best of starts either. So after these first 4 races, it's 4 points. And as we know, 1 point a race on average will not get you anywhere. So, Punju, you may have seen tier 6 a lot more than others. There's one person I want to see if you do pick.
Not that one.
I'm really
I have
intrigued.
I have a very, very, very hot take,
Okay.
and it's entirely because of the amount of pit stops you see in Belgium, and that should give you the idea as to who it is.
No,
I'm
okay.
gonna give it. I'm gonna go pretty high up on the grid. I'm gonna say Jay Morrison, even though he's a wonderful person.
That's
He's
wild.
an amazingly great person.
You see, that's wild because he has 28 points, and that's
does.
that's not out of it just yet on my book. But that's the point of this panel. You get these controversial opinions.
I'm only saying so because JMO, the shit that he finds himself in. it's like 99% of it's like not self-inflicted. He's like actually a pretty solid driver, but he somehow finds himself in like these terrible situations all the time. Like I think he's got a pretty solid shot at getting the one leaf clover this season, and so
Yeah, there's a good short list of drivers, and he is on that short
Yep.
list.
Yep, and so I wanted to make a hot take for this tier 6 for sure, and
Yeah.
he's definitely my hottest one.
So now that we've gotten rid of 4 people, the only omission that I would have changed, I know you probably didn't pick him because he's your driver, I'm going to be honest, Bunju. Van Senna would have been on this list for me too. I would have thrown him there. He's had a rough situation.
Yeah, been a tough season so far.
Yeah.
Don't pick it up. Don't worry. Championship.
He didn't race last week either, so I guess that's a good reason then to leave him off because he didn't race. But yeah. So now we'll go into constructors. So here I have the tier 6 constructors table. We'll just discuss as a group here the two we want to get rid of. So last week we got rid of Punju's McLaren, which he took mad offense to. He was the first constructor to get taken out of any of these, and then Alfa Romeo
Whatever.
also joined them. And as mad as you want to be, if you look at after last week's results, McLaren is still on 4 points. So it kind of could have been justified. But yeah, we gotta pick 2 more constructors to join them, and I think the picks look pretty obvious. Because honestly, I could just throw a couple out here. You guys say if you agree with them. I'm gonna throw Haas and Aston Martin in the lot as well. No, you don't.
I actually think I'm gonna do AlphaTauri and Aston Martin.
Correct.
Alpha. So
Absolutely.
you guys believe in Haas? I'm trying to not be
Uh,
biased. I picked Haas, but I don't think we're gonna.
In this case, yes, purely because they actually have a driver who's gotten a podium. And a fastest lap, may I also add. Like, they've got speed there. It's just a matter of actually converting that speed into results is a different story. But I don't think I think AlphaTauri is like pretty solid mid.
Okay.
They're solid mid.
I think you misspelled Aston Martin. I think you need to add an extra S.
Oh yes, sorry.
Aston Martin. No, it's an H if you're a midnight killer.
Aston Martin. Oh yeah, if you're a midnight killer, add Ashton Martin in there.
Ashton.
Ashton. But yeah. I personally would have done it, I would have done Haas because I think you need 2 to tango, right? And you need that second really good teammate to carry things. But I guess if you have consistent podiums, you'll be in their mix as well.
Yeah, I mean, you say it takes 2 to tango, but at the same time, we're looking at Max Verstappen this season single-handedly winning the Constructors' Championship.
That is an exception because Verstappen's won every freaking race under God's green earth.
That's not true. He's won all but 2 races.
It might as well be every race. You blink and he's in first. So
This season can be summarized as it's lights out and away we go. Verstappen wins.
yeah, that meme I've been seeing circulating around. But yeah, now we're in the tier 5. Tier 5. It's been, for the most part, early doors. It's been the Toast show, but this race, I think the championship's been flipped on its head. Because Toast was up by almost 20 points going into this race, and then now with a really strong D-Master OG performance, it is down to just 5 because Toast did not get any points. And I'm looking at these 2 surging McLarens. Him and Sniper D doing a great job in tier 5.
Yep. They are they're looking like solid shots for constructors, but we're talking about the cross-offs is the better question.
Exactly.
And I want to go first because I have one that I've been excited to talk about.
Excited. Okay.
Since I learned that I was going to get a chance to do this one. And
Radio.
And it's mildly because it's funny, but also because for sure I'm going to give Pogs the cross-off.
Okay, if you didn't, I would have. I don't hate that selection. I think it's Pogs has had more drinks in his belly than he's had points in the last 2 weeks. We'll say that. He missed week 3 for a bachelor's party, right? And then week 4 he didn't do very great. You got 1 point, but that's all Pogs is going to get every so often. He's not going to get you podiums. Sorry, Pogs.
Yep. Love you, Pogs.
And then I'll have Mock go next.
I'm gonna cross off Deathman because he's an AlphaTauri and I don't root for the Italians.
I was gonna pick Deathman as well.
You were gonna pick Deathman too. Interesting call.
Yeah, he's got very aggressive driving. I've driven side by side with him because he reserved for tier 3 once, and man, it's scary.
Wait, he reserved for tier 3? He went up. He went up 2 tiers.
I've seen him drive in tier 3.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess AlphaTauri might have had a crazy driver shortage.
There's
one
some
week.
days he can
He's-
hold his own on some days. by
He's
the way.
got pace. I will say he has speed, but he's pretty aggressive.
He does have
So-
really good speed. I'll concede you on that one.
So perhaps you're Maldonado then.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. I'd say that's more up Zohan's alley. But
Oh yeah, yeah. That's absolutely no.
not a bad call there.
100%.
And now I'll have Sako pick one because we had Mock take Deathman.
I think Zoso. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 9th and 10th. He's trying to get the points, but he could totally prove us wrong and get deep in the points. But it seems like he's missed the first race.
Yeah, I think his problem dating back to last season has been consistency. He's always good over one lap. You can pretty much guarantee a great qualifying from him. It's just issue of avoiding incidents, and you just hope for that kind of improvement as you go through the season. And a lot of it, honestly, it does revolve around finding the way people around you drive as well, because you got to adapt to other people's driving styles, calculate moves that way, and it happens a lot slower in the lower tiers. So yeah, I don't hate that call, having Zoso, but it could be one that could turn around as the season goes on. I'm looking at here right now. There's one reserve that was catching my eye. I'm wondering how Rage Quit is better than 12 drivers right now over one race result. It's just old man energy. But the one I'm gonna actually get rid of today. Let me think. Because wasn't there a driver that was dropped or like replaced from tier 5? I don't know if I think it was B Bruno. I already took him out of the list, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I can't take him.
I know who
shoot.
it should be, and I'd be surprised if you don't pick it.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2 here. I'm fumbling. For me, it's between MKW and perhaps, oh shoot. It's between him and Night Ninja, honestly. I'm thinking
I
I'm
mean, I would say MKW at least got a fastest lap though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
I mean, that means he's
Night
got some
Ninja
pace.
on this one.
Yeah,
because
that was one.
he has had one extra race on MKW, because MKW's only done 2 races.
Yeah,
Night Ninja-
MKW is almost even with them.
Yeah, and he got a P5 in the last race too. I just realized. So I think it's best to have Night Ninja at the bottom of that because MKW has shown pace. He just got involved in some issues, but Night Ninja, I don't think he raced last week. No, he didn't.
Nope.
So yeah, he's got a big hole to climb out of, and it's gonna be tough to find the light out of that hole he's in.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we got the drivers done for tier 5, let's go to the constructors. So far, our early picks, none of them have bit us in the ass so far. Williams and Red Bull are at 8th and 9th. They're still somewhat irrelevant. Now we have to get rid of 2 more.
Alpine and Alfa Romeo.
That's your
Yep.
first Alpine?
Wait, Alpine?
and Alfa Romeo, yeah.
Really? Why Alpine? Or Alpine? did you say?
Because AlphaTauri at least got a fastest lap, and I think the 2 drivers can at least they've shown that they can get fastest laps and points. And I feel like that's a little bit more. I think if they manage to improve well enough, they could, be much more competitive. And honestly, as for Alfa Romeo, I mean, they're at the bottom of the constructors.
Yeah.
But as for Haas, they have a race win. Well, not a race win, my bad. They have a 3rd place. So they have a podium tier driver there.
Yeah, because Jim decided to
So-
wake up from his 4-week slumber.
Yeah.
He's back. I wasn't going to cross Haas off just because the trending is in the right direction for
Yeah.
Haas. But the ones that I would have picked personally, I would have obviously done Alfa Romeo right there on the struggle bus, Simon and Vince. But the second pick, I was actually thinking of AlphaTauri.
Yes. Same.
I mean, I can see AlphaTauri there as well.
Yeah.
I'm making that argument because I think that it's a matter of they seem to have the pace there. They just need to capitalize on it more.
Yeah, I think Terp is consistent enough to get Alpine like a discussion going forward. I think maybe if we look back in this in 2 weeks' time, we can get rid of Alpine then. But I think the obvious picks have to be Alfa Romeo and Alfa Tauri.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with those. Sako, what are your thoughts?
I agree with that. I don't think any other team should be crossed off the list.
Yeah,
It's all alphas.
Right now it's chalk. The top 6 are still remaining in the standings that are here. So
Yep.
cool. So now we're going to tier 4.
Ooh, good tier.
This has been a very action-packed tier, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's looking very spicy. I have not gotten the standings up here, the results, because we had that whole issue with the half points. But I do know that Mercedes did very well. Bit of a damage limitation, though, because of the half points, so not as well as they could have done. Because they were running like 1-2 before the issue, I believe.
They were kicking butt.
They were on there, and they're looking really strong. But let's look at the drivers who aren't strong. Let's get rid of some people. So I'll who went first last time? I think it was Punji, right? You went first.
Yeah, it was me. 'Cause I wanted to roast.
So I'll have Sako go first.
I think Skelly.
Skelly.
Yeah, this is your tier. So
It's the one he commentates
Skelly?
over. He's seen most of it. Yeah.
Skelly. I mean, he hasn't scored any points.
I mean,
That's fair.
It's,
I
I mean,
think
just
he's
from a
got
pure
pace,
numbers
but-
perspective, it makes sense. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got 0 points in the bag, and there's only 6 races to go. Big mountain
safe
ahead of you to
pick.
climb. You took a very safe pick, and I don't blame you. I'll have the next pick, I guess. Who have I gotten rid of? So who can I not cross off? MRK, Zohan, Fnatic, Dutchman, and Skelly are gone. So if I had to pick one, shoot. I know Meebinator got a decent result. So I don't know if I can get rid of Meebinator. I think there's others on this list that I can't see too. Shoot. Give me a moment here. If someone has a blurring one, they can go before me. I'm trying to figure out the list I want to get rid of.
Yeah,
Toby
I
wants
mean,
to get picked.
Kobe does want to get paid. I mean, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, Norm Bash is sitting on 3 races and has scored a point.
Oh yeah, how could I forget about Norm Bash? Yeah, he's my
He's in
teammate.
your team.
Yeah, he's so low on the list. He's not even here on the standings, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, he's on the standings, right? He's there in 17th.
Oh yeah, I guess I because I saw the white outline, I thought it was reserve. I kept thinking it was somebody else, but yeah, yep, he is gone on that one. And to add on to that, I think honestly, yeah, let's get rid of Toby. He wants to get out of here. Let's get rid of him.
What do you want?
His wish is granted, Toby. Get out of here, you old man.
I'm gonna say Jim.
Jim,
He's
he
a reserve, though.
doesn't race tier 4. He's a tier 5.
He's just reserved. Yeah.
I'm still gonna say Jim. Kamo.
He's also
Kamal's
gone.
already been
He's been crossed off.
Yep.
Wait. Wait. Oh, I see. Yeah. Never mind.
I can give you actually. I'm gonna do this one for you because there's a special circumstance that got one crossed off by proxy. It's Staten. He got him.
I was gonna
That's
say
funny.
him next.
I forgot
I was
about
gonna say
that.
him next.
Yeah, he had like a bit of an issue at Hungary, and he kind of crashed intentionally on track. We're not gonna talk about that too much. He got himself permanently
Yep.
banned. I forgot about
He
him.
is definitely out of contention. Definitely out of contention.
Wait. He crashed on purpose?
Maybe he could prove us wrong.
You're right. Maybe.
Yeah. So that's the one. I completely forgot about him. He slipped my mind because he hasn't been racing the last week. But yeah, he's gone.
Cross off.
And when we're doing these cross-offs, something to note, only the original 20 in a tier are considered. Like, if you're a new guy that came in, you don't count. You're not going to be part of this list.
Yep.
It's unfair to you
Right.
to not have a full season and
Right.
be crossed off.
It would be kind of ironic if we crossed off somebody and then they somehow came back and won the championship.
And that's the point of this, because you wanted, like...
Yeah.
Because the way we have, like, this history over these long things, we're keeping count of who we said and when we got rid of them. And if they... Imagine a guy who crossed off week 1... like comes back by the end as like a ridiculous contender. You'd be eating your words. Like
on the bright side, you don't have to worry about that with Zohan.
yeah, he was a safe
That's
cross
fair.
off for us. We
Yep.
won.
Even though he gets
Hey.
pole almost every race.
Mage, you want to do this one with me because I know who we're both going to cross off.
Which tier is this?
It's tier 4.
Oh,
Which constructor? We both know which one we're gonna cross off on this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like a
Your
brand.
favorite
Mercedes-
team?
Yeah, Mercedes and Alfa Romeo.
Huh?
What? I know you're joking. Like, there's no way.
That's pure memes.
I would have
Obviously, Alpine, baby.
if you were serious, I was gonna turn off your webcam.
I'm gonna go with the two teams that have failed to get a double digits in points.
Yes.
Now it
McLaren
makes me sad
and
that
Alpine are the
that you
obvious
cross
picks.
off Aston Martin and Haas last week, and yet they both now have 20 points more.
I know.
And Aston has a podium.
Yeah,
This is the first one we're eating our words in, because like I think I was the one that pushed for Haas getting picked because we looked really poor. But now we're starting low hanging fruit, right? I've
Thank
been
you, man.
starting to just we've been starting to prove people wrong in Tier 4, but we are inching back closer to relevancy. A lot of work to do, and this last week didn't really help things either. So. Yeah, I don't hate those picks. McLaren, Alpine, long overdue. We should have gotten rid of at least one of them in the first 2 weeks, and we did not. We were too nice.
Mm-hmm.
And now Tier 3 drivers, this is where it's getting real saucy. Now, Saka was pissed. He got crossed off last 2 weeks. I think it was Jim that actually crossed him off. So I think it was Jim. Don't quote me on that one.
Brutality.
Okay, now we got to add 4 more to this list. And I don't have the official fancy results that MRK puts out, wasn't it? I made these yesterday, so I have the top 14. So it's the important stuff to see from the race finishers. So Tier 3 driver standings. What are we thinking?
So, if it would have been a week before, I would have said AK, obviously.
Yeah.
But then, of course, Mans goes from literally the 18th place and then gets a freaking win. So, like, yeah. I'm going to be funny and say calm.
Calm. I like that call. He was on my list to get out of here.
Yep.
Team principal. I think that's our first team principal to cross off the list. I think that's the first one we crossed off.
Get him out of here.
I'm almost 100% sure he's the first one, and he is off the board.
Love you,
See you later, calm.
calm.
And then I will go again, Tier 3 drivers. I'm thinking G Smooth, although he did get a P7. I'm thinking G Smooth.
From 18th to 7th, maybe also add. And if you notice the 2 DNFs that he had, they were both non-self-inflicted. He got caught up in both of them. He is one I wouldn't count out.
That's what I was considering him. I wasn't 100% sure. I'm also looking at JBTC. He's on my list too. He got his, I think that was his first points of the season actually, from this last result, and he just barely inched into it. I hate to do it to him because he's a very nice person, but I'm gonna go ahead and put JBTC as my driver to cross off.
Mage, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
you got one more to put on yourself.
Oh, Punju.
Really?
Excuse you.
Yeah.
Excuse you.
As much as we like to
sir.
slander the guy, if he's still in it, I'd say.
No. I'm gonna have to go with Pavel.
Yeah, that's a good call. I don't hate that call. He's far up the list. He's in 11th before last week, but I don't think he's participated in 2 straight weeks. I don't think he has. Yeah.
Yeah, and he got DSQ'd in the first race, which I mean, okay, to be fair, it was Qatar, so you know, definitely saw a few DSQs there, but still, that doesn't bode well for future races. I think.
Okay.
Track limits can be a killer.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I'm looking at this on like attendance issues. Is he committed to the season if he's missing 2 weeks already? Is it? I don't know. Obviously, he could have like a vacation or something. We don't know. It's all part of the games we're playing here. But Sako,
I'm so curious. What you're
pick one fellow competitor to get rid of today.
I'm actually going very high on this list. I think Shrimpies.
Oh my!
That is
That's wild.
That is a
I don't think,
spicy take.
I don't think he's in contention for the championship.
Well, Mod, you missed the show last week. We rushed you off last week saying, how dare you? You're about 2 weeks too late. I'm going to name tag this one with Sako because I want the record to show that he made this pick. And if it doesn't pan out, he'll look like a genius. And if he doesn't win this title, he'll look really, really smart. But if it goes the other way and he's a contender, obviously looking like him,
Regardless,
like,
it's gonna be entertaining.
you're like, what? Yeah, you're gonna get some sort of content out of this, that's for sure. Yeah.
He's got the 1 lap pace, but I don't know.
So Shrimpies by Sako he's picked him to get rid of it. Interesting.
He has 2 of the 3 weeks that are on the left side of the fastest laps.
Yeah, I think from a pace perspective, he definitely is a contender. I don't know if Sako's going off of him getting caught up in incidents, or maybe he just doesn't feel like he has the sauce. I don't know. But like,
I'm here for the smoke.
but hey, I like him.
When it
He's
comes to my
he's
turn,
being
it's
bold. At this point, he's unhinged, right? Because he's already off the list. He can't look biased.
That's
Like
fair.
he's already killing people after he's been dead. Like he's taking him off the list from the
I'm
grave.
bringing people down
He's
with me,
taking
bro.
him-
Next week he's gonna say Twan. We're like, okay.
No, I think Twan definitely is very strong.
Yeah. And then tier 3 constructors, as you see, we've already crossed off Alpine and Williams from 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
There. But we
I
gotta have
will
someone
happily.
join them.
I'm so excited to say Mercedes right now. I can't tell you how excited
I
to
am
say
honestly.
Mercedes.
I am so excited. I'm gonna make this unanimous, even though you guys have not said anything.
It's Mercedes.
They got to go
Why does
blood.
Alpine look like that? What did you guys do to the name?
We made it Alpine.
Alpine.
Sorry, Andy insisted on having it be labeled Alpine as he crossed them off 2 weeks ago because they were doing so poorly at the time.
Yeah, I think the other one has to be Ferrari. One,
Gotta
because
be.
they don't root for the Italians, and 2, they don't have any podiums, unlike Williams.
Yep.
Well, I want to see what Ferrari did last week. Yeah, last week another
Not
non-factor performance. Yeah, Lisp and Com have been struggling. They're on the struggle bus for sure. So yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward. No arguments from everybody else, right? Yeah,
That's good.
cool.
I like that.
Moving on to tier 2.
This is a fun tier.
This is a wacky tier. It's so hard to judge
All over the
everything
place.
because they've had basically one whole race taken away from them between the communication issues and everything. But yeah, I'll start us off. There's a lot of interesting ones to pick because you have guys that got off to tough starts and guys that are starting to turn it around. But oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna do it just based on a penalty points perspective. I'm gonna get Big Mama Frank out of here. I know it's controversial because he's really fast, and I'm gonna name tag my name here just so we can track this through. I know he's been really quick, but I think he's gonna get hit by Mod's authority stick this week, and he's gonna be brought back down a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. He had a lot of issues.
I've got a wild pick myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say Kermit.
Woo!
I think Kermit, like, he's fast, but he just doesn't have the consistency, I think.
Okay.
You put my name in there. If
I will name tag you here because that is crazy. That
I've
is
started
I love
something,
it.
See,
I love it.
see
crazy picks.
we're getting content here. This is fantastic. Like
Well, speaking of which, let's go ahead and add to the content. I'm also gonna go half on the list. I'm gonna say an early pick on Fatweed.
okay,
Love you, Fatweed.
I was
that
gonna pick
one
that weed.
I don't hate.
Really?
I don't hate. He is a time trial merchant and a time trial merchant only. Race pace. He
Love him.
doesn't.
He's
He doesn't manage
wonderful
tire
guy.
wear very well, but he's a very nice person. So
He's very
Amazing
nice,
guy.
but I see how fast his time trials are, and I'm like, wow, how is he tier 2?
and then
Yeah,
you find out
and
why
then-
he's in tier 2.
Then we look at the
really
results.
fast.
We're like, okay, makes sense now.
He's one of those guys where if you throw him in tier 3, he'd absolutely wipe the floor with everybody. But tier 2, it's enough of a struggle for him to not be great.
He has to try just hard enough to spin.
Yeah. All right, Sako. Pick one. Round us out here.
And
Who's
why
getting-
is it a Mercedes
Who's getting
driver?
the axe?
I'm surprised nobody's picked Fake Man.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, I don't hate it. The
This
second
one-
team principal to go off the list.
I'll just defend that one just based off the numbers.
Yeah. The numbers don't look very good for him. He's had pace, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but I think he's been having issues with adapting to life in the higher tier.
It's pretty gnarly up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was fast in tier 2 last season, and he was reserving for it.
so
He
I'd
was,
say
like, fighting for championship.
we have 8 on this list that are two very controversial ones. One kind of controversial. But if I was to change anything, obviously I'm going to keep Big Mama Frank. I would probably get rid of Kermit for Technic Speedy. Technic Speedy, he's been very, very fast on track, but when it comes to like race situations where you're falling behind, he hasn't had the sauce, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I want to be bold here. I want to use tier 2 as my bold prediction tier, and I want to get Big Mama Frank out of here. Sorry, Big Mama Frank. I love your name. Top 3 name in MRL.
I wanted to at least get one hot take in, and that's my hot take.
Yep. So now moving on to constructors. So we have crossed off Haas and Alpine already. And those are looking pretty good.
You can't catch a break.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
They're noticing a lot of the common names are Haas and Alpine because we have been absolute garbage to start this season, and it's going to take a miracle for us to get our shit together. It's bad.
So I'm going to be consistent and continue to not root for the Italians on this one. So,
Both the Italian teams?
You would say
Yes.
AlphaTauri?
AlphaTauri and Ferrari.
And Ferrari. Okay, I think I tend to agree with the Ferrari one. I'm not so sure about the AlphaTauri. Actually, yeah, I might agree with both. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, we crossed off fake man.
Willie's been okay. I don't know. Willie's been enough to consider of keeping them on.
I am going to be a crazy person. I'm going to say Mercedes and AlphaTauri.
I also don't hate that one either.
I don't hate that either.
Wait, where's
yeah.
Mercedes?
I mean, Mercedes did get a very good P2 though. It looks like with Asylum. So I mean,
Yeah, but just one.
Yeah, but that was also, keep in mind, that was also in a redacted race. It was, because I think Asylum still had to pit.
Yep.
And that was from the shorter race, so I don't hate it. I'm going to go with those two. I like Ferrari and Mercedes. I think AlphaTauri's got a better chance of staying in contention than Mercedes do long term.
Same.
I don't hate it. So far, from what I'm looking at, the first 2 weeks of predicting, well, like from the first episode, I haven't had any crazy howlers yet. I think as we go along, we're gonna start to see more stuff.
Especially as constructors.
Yeah, because you have more data to pick from. Like drivers is more of a wild card. And speaking of drivers, into the prime time tier.
Oh boy,
the great tier.
Go first.
Pace. I want to go first. Actually, no. Just kill me, suck. Get it over with. Just kill me. Just do it. Get me out of here. I couldn't have made a better pick myself, honestly.
Because I want to see who you pick.
It's my own race engineer getting me the hell out of here. That's how much confidence he has in me. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually highly considering making a Snowman Gets Killed compilation at the end of the season of all the people taking me out. Because I have had 3 different incidents that are not my fault from my perspective that I've been involved in. But
aren't they fun?
They are fun. But I will also admit, my pace has been atrocious compared to the top runners because I just have 0 time to practice this season. Like, absolutely none. It sucks being an adult.
You got a lot of time to make excuses, though, that's for sure.
do.
Holy crap.
But I do acknowledge that I am indeed in the bin. I am trash. Is that what you guys wanted me to say? I am garbage. And I'm also bringing my teammate with me, Gamer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It looks like we'll be crossing off Haas for tier 1.
Look, I'll just say it this way, right? So our reserves have infinitely more points than our full-time drivers do in Haas. Infinitely times as many points.
True.
You can multiply mine by as many as you like. You can multiply Gamers by as many as you like. And it's still 8 less than Dougie Falcons, who had 1 race. So, yeah, we are poop.
Yeah, it's fair. Now, I'm going to throw my pick in for the potential championship winner of last season. Xylo is my...
Yeah. Yep.
It's been a tough season, and I just don't see how he can come back from 4 races in a row that have not gone well. Either he hasn't been there or he's had just terrible luck.
It has been tough sledding for him, to say the least.
Maybe life's gotten in the way. He's not practicing as much. We don't know.
Yeah, a lot of factors. New game. I know my pace has dropped off considerably with this new game. I just don't trust the handling model yet.
Yeah. There was a message in chat about a very controversial one. It says Drix.
Nominated by himself.
Yeah, this is. I don't think. I'm not gonna get rid of him because like he just won the last race by 12 freaking seconds. Like
I know.
He lost.
and he
Look at that
ruined.
gap, bro.
He ruined my parlay. I had an amazing parlay. I had a 6-leg parlay with every tier having less than 6 seconds for the winning margin. And he won by 7.1 after penalties.
Unreal.
Ridiculous. He ruined it.
I'm gonna make a lukewarm take and piss off a good friend of mine, and
okay.
I'm gonna cross off Sketchy Bolt.
Oh, poor Sketchy. I knew you were going to say it too.
Yep, and I'm honestly shocked that a certain driver has survived this far. But I don't hate the Sketchy Bull pick. I think he was up there on that list.
Which one?
What's Speed Eagles doing here still? He's
He's killing it. What are you talking about?
He's
doing
not
great.
killing it.
Well, he may be getting killed, but he's still killing it. Just wait. He lives to fight another week for a reason. Just watch these next 2 rounds. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine, but it's not. Being fine does not get you a title. Sorry.
To summarize Punju's words, let him cook.
Let him cook.
But he is an absolute. He's a great guy. I do like him. He's a very nice person. And I think if things go right, he can have great results. Mm-hmm. So, constructors, again, just like Tier 2, Haas and Alpine are already gone. Who's joining them?
I think it's pretty. I think it's a pretty easy choice.
The
honestly.
Italians? Are we getting rid of the Italians?
Can you go back to the drivers one more time? I want to see one thing.
Yeah.
I just want to check something.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna. Okay, I have an idea for my constructors.
Okay. Yeah. Me too.
Yep. So let's get the first one out of the way. I think we all agree on Ferrari, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Get them out of here.
And
Oop, not Ferrari.
I think Mercedes.
Nope.
No, you can't get rid of Mercedes. Not with tricks, bro.
Can't get rid of Alfa Romeo either. I think right now.
You can get rid of Red Bull. Absolutely.
Yeah. I can see it.
Let's see who's on my list here. So, the ones I want to give the axe right now, but they need a little bit more time to season. Like I'm looking at McLaren; they're on the hot seat too. McLaren's on the hot seat. I'm thinking getting rid of them maybe 2 weeks from now. Not now though. Mercedes, you can't get rid of them.
I would like to put the hardcore aggressive call on Red Bull. Even though I love Scornsy, he's freaking wonderful. He's awesome. And Nathan's also hilariously great too. But I want to piss off Tolby and make a really bold call right now. So, yeah, that absolutely. I do not
what do you think, Socko? Because I don't know if I can get behind that one, Socko. What do you think?
I agree with Ferrari Red Bull actually.
What do you think? I'm leaning more towards the Ferrari Alfa Romeo camp just because Don't Blink doesn't have a second driver to get him points. They're not doing much over there besides Don't Blink.
Yeah, I'm going with the safe pick of Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I think it is too. I'm gonna override you guys. I'm gonna have to go with Ferrari and Alfa. I'm sorry, because Zeech has been way too inconsistent to warrant not leaving that team on the board. I just can't in good faith.
That's fair. And the funny thing is, I actually really like both the drivers in Red Bull. Like they're great people, and I would consider them friends, but just really wanted to piss off Tolby so bad.
Yeah. He's saying you must be on some substances. But no, you're next though, Tolby. You are next. You wait in line in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you'll be there.
Don't worry, it'll be your turn soon enough.
So yeah, now that tier 1's done, we're into our last tier of the night and our final few minutes here. So tier no assists. You can get rid of like 10 if you wanted to right now, but we're only doing 4 at a time. Because just the pace differences, it's not the tightest grid in the world. We're gonna acknowledge that, but it does have some fun. So, do I go first? I think I don't know. I guess I'll go first. We haven't gotten rid of bugs yet. Looking at him,
Oh, yeah, for
he's a big one on my list.
sure.
It's the obvious
Just wanna
pick.
cross him out.
I'm gonna get rid
Dude,
of
you
my...
are on a mission to get rid of your teammates. What is wrong with you?
Well, this is a no-brainer. Bugs, he's the kind of guy that can get you...
brainer.
He can get... What? Am I wrong?
Homie has 2 more points than Normbash, who is also still on here.
Yeah, but he's good. Let's be honest. You guys are getting rid of Normbash too. It's not getting us down this freaking board.
That's fair.
I get content by getting rid of my teammate. Makes it funnier. But yeah, Bugs, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. But you do pull magic out of your hat. That is for sure. You don't always get. You're definitely not quick. I'll say that. But you are very, very good at finding ways to squeeze water out of stone. And I love you for that. So great job there. Bugs is gone, and we have 3 more to get rid of. Pick your favorite, guys, because there's about 10 I won't complain with right now.
I'm gonna say, just because also a friend, and love you for this one, Gibbsy.
Yep, he has been a bit of a bottle job. I'm gonna be honest.
Gibbsy's an amazing person, and it's always fun to poke fun at my friends, so I will gladly take Gibbsy.
Yep, and I don't hate it, but his pace has been immense. He's had really good pace. He's just been throwing it away recently. He was really unlucky at Hungary. I should have gotten that clip, but if you guys missed it, so we're on sim damage, right? And on sim damage, you can pick up things from debris. So he was trailing Ketchin. Ketchin crashes in front of him. He DNFs at turn 2, that hairpinny one, right? But not quite. Yeah, that hairpinny one at turn 2. He DNFs. His wing flies onto the track. Gipsy drives over the smallest piece of debris, punctures the worst tire to have punctured in that situation. His front left, as he's going into turn 3, punctures the front left. Gets absolutely 0 turn in on turn 3. Just drives straight into a wall. Yeah, and Mock, you missed it because you were out that week on vacation, right?
Oh,
yeah.
He drives it right into a wall. He's like, oh man. It was crazy. And he was going to win. He was in first after that. Once he passed Ketchin, he was in first, picks up a puncture, throws it into the wall, and he's gone.
Incredible, dude.
So yeah,
That's incredible.
Unlucky, but low points is low points, and it's a big hole to climb out of, especially when you have Nathan and Giants fans surging at the top. So
I'm also still salty that he beat me in go-karting, so...
it's a revenge.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, you've seen this tier more than anybody else here.
I'm gonna have to say Midnight.
Midnight.
Early call.
Midnight.
Any specific reason as to why Midnight over the others? I thought it would be more obvious.
And I mean, I just want to go ahead and get him out of the way.
Cool, fair enough.
All right. Wow.
To the point. Sako, who do you want to get rid of?
I'm gonna get rid of Yellow.
Why? You're kidding, right? I mean,
No, I'm kidding.
because I just came in 4th and I'll be on 43 points. Like I'm 30 points away, not even like.
I'm kidding. I mean, I'm gonna go with Benzo.
Okay, I can get behind that one.
And the reason why is because I think I remember racing No Assist, and I think it was either his pace or a little bit faster, and I would have taken myself out of the championship. So I'm just aiming for someone that I think is around my pace and No Assist.
Okay, so there's a few that I think a few omissions, like snubs, I'd probably say. Normbash is still on this list.
I know.
We haven't gotten rid of him. We haven't gotten rid of Hokage either.
But what just happened last race?
Yeah,
He did have a killer race. Exactly.
Yeah, I can't take him off.
But from a
because of
numbers
that.
perspective, it is a struggle for him if he is going to come back and win this thing.
Yeah.
Fair.
But
I mean, to be fair, he would have made it if not for a car spinning out right in front
Absolutely.
of him at the worst possible moment.
and that's why we have to keep him on. I'm just like saying like notable snubs you could have considered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who else am I looking at? Moldy Dragon. He's been down there, although he did just
And
double his
Balam.
points tally. Balam as well.
Balam.
Yeah, Balam
Yeah.
is a bit of a slower driver. He's more of a guy that just keeps it consistent. We already got rid of Freebird, so I can't say him. But yeah. Sako, you picked, what was it you picked again? You picked Benzo, right? Which I don't hate.
Honestly, I don't think Benzo should be taken off just yet, mainly because...
All right, we'll name tag it. We'll put Sako on there.
Yeah,
Just in
I
case
don't
it
think so,
backfires.
because Benzo genuinely does like make a lot of really good strategy calls. He didn't in Spa mainly because my commentator was curse activated, and that's why I had to add another tally.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I've seen him like in the previous season over and over again. He's made like the perfect strategy calls, and he's ended up in the top 3 several times because of it. And I think because of that, like I don't think he can be taken off the board just yet.
And it's something we usually do see in his tier 4 performances too. He is good at making those bold strategy calls work out in his favor, and he's been good with it. So yeah, I don't hate not picking him, and I also don't hate picking him here because his pace
Yeah,
isn't immense either.
I understand either way.
Yeah.
I'm just going for the bold
And now
picks.
we're going into constructors, the last slide of the night, the last moment of the night. Constructors wise, we got rid of Haas and Red Bull. The Red Bull one is starting to bite us a bit. They've had good performances, but
Look at Alfa Romeo dropping 5 positions over the week.
yeah, they've been tough. Alfa Romeo has not been great. We'll
That's
look
an
at their
easy
last
one for me.
results. Yeah, they've been. Chili Willy has been underperforming. I don't know what reason. Like I don't know if we can get rid of Alfa
Washed,
Romeo
bro.
because on pace, he's top 3 of
He's washed.
drivers.
Yeah, Chili
watched.
did have good pace in Spa up until he spun, but you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to take Alfa Romeo off just yet. If possible, I think
God, Pat is
I wanna
clamoring for
save
Alpine.
them.
Jesus, Pat.
I gotta say, Williams and yeah, Alpine. I actually agree with him on that. I think it has to be Williams and Alpine.
Alpine, who gained a position from those 2
Yes. I know. Wild
Even
take,
with
but,
last week's results,
McLaren
adding
has
onto
Andy,
this, you're gonna go
so
with Alpine. Damn. Okay. You know what? I'll join you, and I'm gonna name tag you as well, Mark. On the off
yeah.
chance.
I mean, because McLaren had a great result last week with Andy and JJ, so I can't just
Okay.
I can't take off McLaren. Just
So you're
yet.
putting Williams as well, or no?
Yes.
So with Ketchen,
Yes.
Yeah.
because that Williams team does include Ketchen. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm a little surprised. I thought we would have gotten rid of. I don't know. Maybe Alfa Romeo, but I don't know. Okay. Fair enough.
I don't want to just yet. I have a feeling 2 weeks from now I am going to take those off.
It's going to clarify a lot in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, Jordan does put up a good suggestion, just in case you have the capacity to do this. Are you able to make a quick slide for an overall team standings?
the plan was to do it in the final 2 shows, but yeah, we can take a look here. Just give me a moment,
okay.
because I wanted things to get more clear because everything moves a lot in the
I
beginning.
think that's fair. I think that's fair. Actually, I trust you. We'll save it.
Yeah.
Save it.
think
Yeah,
we already
I
know
agree.
the
Let's
two
do
teams
this.
will be
But what you need to
close.
know, Jordan, you're doing well. Congratulations, Mercedes. You're well on your way to doing really well again.
That's exactly why
If
you
that's
wanted
what you
to
wanted
see
to
it.
hear, Jordan, you're up at whatever it is, 3 a.m. the UK time. You wanted to hear it. Mercedes good, Haas trash, okay? That's what you wanted. We suck. But yeah, I think with that, it's all that's got to be said. Unless you guys have any final things to say for the stream, we can call it a day. I
Just
think
one,
it was-
can I have one more special cross off the list for tier 2 specifically?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do something special here. I'm gonna put it back on. Hold on, no, don't say it yet. I'm gonna put it back on. I'm gonna give you, since you want to be a big maverick tonight, we're gonna give you the entire screen on your camera.
Why? No.
Yes, I wanted to see your garage as well. Let's go. So tell me, who do you want to cross off? Is it a constructor or a driver? You tell me.
It's EA.
EA.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Because the lobby crashed twice.
Okay. Well, let's do that. Let's get a little text box going. We're gonna say.
That was just
In
for the memes.
big letters. We're gonna put it in giant font. It's gonna be. This is so bad.
Properly
We're gonna
stuffed. I
say
love
screw EA. I'm gonna change this to a big white font.
Yeah.
Giant
we say that
lettering.
now until one
We're
day
gonna
we
bold
somehow
it.
sponsor
We're gonna
them.
italicize it.
I know,
We're
right?
gonna underline it. Screw EA.
We actually love you, EA. Thanks for making a really good game, but please make your servers better.
Please
Please.
make
For the
another
love
one
of God.
just like this. Anyways, I think that's a good thing to end the stream on. I think that's good.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was a fun
Good
night.
take.
So
Good
yeah,
take, Taco.
without further ado, if you guys have any final words for the stream before we head out of here, we'll start with Sako. Anything for the stream?
Drive safe, and don't text and drive.
Yeah, don't do
KDM.
don't do KDM stuff.
Or do and keep giving me podiums. I'm super fine for that, actually. That'd be great. Everybody text and drive if you're in tier 3.
All right, Mock, I'll give you the whole screen. You got anything? I'm just putting everyone's
Yeah,
face big.
yeah. Everybody look forward to Vegas. I think it's going to be really fun up until someone crashes into turn 1 and there's a safety car immediately out the gate lap 1. But
That's the best part about it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's going to be a street circuit, brand new track for everybody. So I think it's going to go as well for everybody as it did in Qatar. So
Absolutely.
that bodes well.
Yeah. That is Course for Chaos, and then Punju. Anything you got?
Last words. 2 things. 1, thanks for putting these on. These are super fun, and really appreciate you for that. And then 2, I am excited to see the downfall of Mercedes over the next few weeks. It's gonna be super fun.
All right, you heard it here first. TP slander, fellow TP slander. I appreciate it.
Watch their combined constructors just go down a hole.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give myself the floor here before I get out of here. So, one thing I want to say, guys, if you guys want to watch like really, really good racing action, watch NA tier. Like,
yes,
it doesn't get nearly as much love as all the other tiers, which I guess makes sense, right? Because it's not a part of the main constructor system that we have here at Moose. But just for the quality of racing alone, it is absolutely always a fun time. Like, 9 out of the 10 races there are complete bangers. Like, there's a lot of safety cars, don't get us wrong, but those are because of self-inflicted mistakes. We are a learning tier. It's a developmental tier. A lot of like mistakes you can make on your own, but side by side, the racing is the best you'll find anywhere at Moose. Honestly, it's pure racing at its finest. That's all I want to say. So now let's end the stream, guys, with the final adieu from Punju, from Sako, and from Mock Mage. Goodbye. Have a good one.
Adios,
We'll see you all in 2
amigos.
weeks' time. Have fun in Vegas, and the next track after that is Spain, I believe. So Vegas and Spain.
Yes,
2 very
sir.
different tracks.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Bye.